This time of year is my favourite time to watch GAA. I love watching the county teams play during the summer, but there's something so special about watching club hurling and football. GAA matches for a lot of parishes is the heart of the community. You know, it's kind of like you represent yourself, you represent your family, and you represent where you come from. It's a very special occasion. For most GAA players, the club championship finals will more than likely be the pinnacle of their careers, unless you're lucky enough to play with your county. Ever since I can remember, the only real way to watch club championship finals was to actually go to the game. Some of the big games were on RTE, but like that was only a handful out of the entire country. If you're someone who really enjoys watching GAA, it was a complete disaster. The only bit of information you were really able to get was Twitter scorelines, and not every parish does that. But ever since COVID, live streaming has exploded in the GAA scene. During the pandemic, no one could go to any GAA match, so they were all live streamed. Granted, some of them were absolutely terrible to watch. Some of the matches were just recorded using an iPhone, God bless them. One of the matches I played in, it was a proper live streaming setup. It had a really expensive camera and it also had a commentator. It was a shame really, we got fucking battered that day. And it's on the internet for everyone to see. Anyway, live streaming blew up to the point now in 2024 where there's a professional live streaming service in Cork. I'm talking about the GAA streaming service Rebels Online. Now, I never had much interest in it up until a few weeks ago. Living in the Netherlands, I was definitely missing the championship feeling. I had seen that a neighbouring club of where I used to live had actually gotten to the championship final, and I really wanted to watch that game. I went to school with most of the people who are playing, so I was really interested. My only real option to watch the game was Rebels Online, and I had extremely low expectations. I knew the GAA would charge an arm and a leg, and to be honest, I was expecting the quality to be max 720p, but I'm very happy to say that it surprised me a lot, man. So if you go onto the main page, you'll see there's a couple of bundles to choose from. You can get the season pass for €80, which includes most games from Premier Junior all the way up to Premier Senior. The Festival of Football, which gives you all the football finals for €30. I'm guessing they also did this with hurling, but I completely missed this. And you can watch all the quarterfinals, semi-finals and finals for €40. If I'd known sooner, I probably would have picked the €40 one. That doesn't seem too bad. But saying that, the season pass price is ridiculous. You have to remember, the people playing are not professionals at all. The county players aren't even professionals, so like this is another level down. So it's not going to be anywhere near county level. The closest you'll get to that is maybe Premier Senior, but I'm not too sure. I don't watch it that much. If you are actually in Ireland, you're much better off just going to the game, paying €5-10 and, you know, being in the atmosphere and being in the heart of the community. It's probably a bit better, but you don't have the comfort of, you know, sitting on your ass all day. You can pick any of them, but you can also purchase the pay-per-view. So I watched the Senior A hurling semi-final for €10. Now, some people may say that's steep, and even I thought at first, but to be honest with you, I definitely got my value for money. The quality was amazing, man. They're definitely using a professional camera. They had 3 commentators for the match. The sound quality was perfect, and being honest with you, I thought the commentators were just as good as the lads on RTE, maybe even better. They obviously did their homework before the game because they knew absolutely everything about every single player. I don't know if it was just pure passion or if they kind of like had to learn it, but they were amazing. Individual player stats, the stats of the previous game, and like the history of each club. It was ridiculous how much they knew. If you joined the stream maybe 15-20 minutes early, they actually had interviews with the captains of the teams as well. It was very funny actually watching like people you grew up with in school be in what looked like a professional interview. It was so cool. It added so much more hype for the actual game. And I'm happy to say when the match started, I have absolutely no complaints whatsoever. It was like watching a county game. Like maybe their cameras are a bit better, but in all honesty, it was actually hard to distinguish. And I can't tell you how shocked I was when I saw they actually had replays. I couldn't believe it. So luckily they won, and I wanted to watch the final a week later. The only thing that I was some bit disappointed in was if you're doing pay-per-view, they bumped up the price by €5. So I'm guessing the higher up a team goes, like group stages, quarterfinal, semi-final, final it keeps increasing, I'm guessing, because it went up by €5. That was a bit of a joke. I didn't like that at all. If anything, it should have been only up by €2. I can kind of understand why they did it, but not by €5, man. That's ridiculous. Now, I can definitely take some blame for that. Maybe I should have bought the bundles. I don't know, man. It just seemed a bit like sleazy bumping it up by €5. As I said, I knew the GAA would cost me an arm and a leg, so I wasn't too distraught over it. I watched the game, and once again, I have absolutely nothing bad to say about it. It was a final, so after the game, they went and interviewed like the man of the match and the captain and all that. It was great. They even got to show the trophy and the winning speech, so you definitely got the full package, man. I'll say it again, I'll have to give it to the commentators, man. They were absolutely outstanding. They were really funny as well, and like they didn't stutter for the entire like 2.5 hours, so it was brilliant. Constantly keeping me engaged with the game, telling you a few facts about each player and all that. It was brilliant. I'm actually going to give credit to the GAA and Rebels Online for once. This will probably never happen again. After seeing just how greedy they were with GAA Go, I thought this was going to be the exact same case, just with much lower quality. But I was wrong. I don't think I'd ever buy the season pass, but I can see why people do. And the pay-per-view, if you don't mind paying much, works fine. If I were to improve it, I'd honestly just bring the price down a small bit. That, and I try and stream every single game from Premier Junior all the way up to Premier Senior. I know they show most of Premier Senior and Senior A, but I think the lower down it goes, they only show like quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. I try and show everything. I could be wrong, but I don't think they show everything. So yeah, good job, Rebels Online. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Rebels Online? Do you think it's worth the money? Do you think it's not? Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.